Our first topic is matter. But what is matter? I've heard that word before, but I don't know what it is. So, science says that matter is anything that has mass or weight and takes up space. Yeah, but I don't understand that, miss. What is it in plain English? It's just stuff. Anything that you can call stuff, you can call matter. To make it a little bit easier for you, matter is everywhere. So, like I said, anything that's stuff is matter. Okay, so everything is made out of matter. Now, it can be solid, so anything that's solid has matter. It could be liquid, so anything that's a liquid has matter. And it could be a gas. And again, anything that is gas, which you don't see much, is also made of matter. Because you'll study about matter, you're actually studying chemistry. Yes, the chemistry where you get to do experiments and you think things blow up, but sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. So, chemistry is basically studying the properties of matter and how matter changes from one type to the other or changes in other ways. Now, it's a little bit tricky to keep saying stuff. You know, in science, we love to use our own big words. So I'm not going to say stuff anymore. I'm going to say substances, okay? Some substances are what we call pure. And I know you know what pure means, but in science, it really means, it's the same anywhere. So if I need salt in Egypt, it's going to be the same as if I go to London and ask for salt or go to the USA and ask for salt. It doesn't change. Okay, so that's a pure substance. However, not all substances are pure. All right. So, for example, cake batter, right? If you're making a cake and your friend is making a cake, it's never going to be identical, even if you're using the same recipe. And in some cases, the recipes are completely different and they're all called cake batter. It's not the same, is it? It's not like salt. It tastes the same and it behaves the same. These are completely different. So, how can we tell matter apart? How do we know that this is a solid or this is a liquid or this is a gas? How do we know what type of solid, what its name is? How do we know that? Well, we use properties. So basically, properties are a way for us to recognize a substance. They're descriptions of a substance. Here's an example. Here's one example. Can you guess what this substance is? Some of you may have recognized it. It's called mercury. But how did you recognize it? Oh, miss, because it's silver, because it's liquid. Maybe that's how. So you've just given me two properties. It's silver and it's liquid. Here's another example. You guessed right, it's Miss Chelsea. So how did you recognize her? Well, because of the properties. She has very unique properties. She's got curly hair, she has a certain shape of eyes, she has a certain shape of nose, and so on. So basically, properties are ways that we describe substances, in this case people, and it helps us recognize them or who they are, and it's very unique to them. With physical properties, which is the first type, it's all about describing the substance more or less from the outside. So, is it a solid or a liquid or a gas? That's the physical state. Its color, what's its color? Its texture, how does it feel? Is it flexible or not? Does it dissolve in water or not? Right? Like oil doesn't dissolve in water. That's a physical property. The second type is called chemical properties, and it's more about how substances change from one type to another. So, for example, when you burn something, it turns to ash. It's completely changed, right? When you put like a Zeltzer tablet or a vitamin C tablet in water, it creates bubbles and fizzes, right? If you dye your hair. So, those are all chemical changes, those are chemical properties. This is a table of comparison between physical properties of matter and chemical properties. Now, with physical, again, it's all the properties that help you identify the substance, but it's not really what's on the inside, and you haven't changed anything. And you are required to remember the definition. However, with chemical properties, it's okay, how will it react in the situation? Does it burn or not? How's it going to change? So take your time and look at the table carefully and copy it down somewhere so that you can remember it better. And take a look at your textbook today, and I'll see you in the next video.